When people hear the word indoor air quality, immediately we usually think of our lungs. Allergies, asthma, maybe a stuffy nose, or even a dry throat. Scientists are now uncovering something bigger. The air inside your home can actually shape your gut health. A recent study from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that indoor pollution can alter the gut microbiome, the intricate community of microorganisms that lives inside your digestive tract and supports everything from your immune system to your mental clarity. This finding is part of a growing body of research connecting environmental toxins to the internal balance of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes that keep your body running smoothly. In other words, what's floating in the air around you could be quietly influencing how your body digests, detoxifies, and protects you. Welcome back. I'm Amanda. I'm a building biology practitioner, a certified home inspector, and a healthy home expert. I'm the owner and creator of Healthy House on the Block, where I empower you with information and studies and research and plans to create a healthier home, one that actually supports your health and wellness, not one that burdens it down slowly over time. Today, I'm really excited to share with you some information on creating a healthy home that actually supports your gut microbiome. There's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of different steps where we are going to be cleaning and removing things from the inside of our home, but we also don't want to over sanitize and create a space that has zero bacteria in our homes, because that's also not good for our body. So let's dive into all of this information on creating a healthy house, one that actually supports your gut. Your gut microbiome acts as an internal ecosystem, kind of like a rainforest of bacteria that can communicate with nearly every other system inside your body. It also helps metabolize nutrients, regulate hormones, and even produce neurotransmitters like serotonin. So when this balance is disrupted, inflammation takes over, immunity weakens, and the entire body can feel the ripple effects. Most of us already understand how diet, antibiotics, and stress can shift the microbiome. But now we know that the air we breathe plays a role too. The Harvard research found that exposure to particulate matter and volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, common pollutants in the indoor air, by the way, can change the gut's microbial composition. So these pollutants don't just irritate your respiratory system. They actually enter your bloodstream and they interact with the immune system, triggering systemic inflammation that communicates directly with the gut. Now, this crosstalk between the lungs and the gut is very well documented. Scientists actually refer to it as the gut-lung axis, and it's a two-way communication channel that links the immune responses of both systems. So when the lungs are under stress from inhaled pollutants, the gut's microbial community responds as part of the body's coordinated defense. And over time, this can reduce beneficial bacteria. It can increase inflammatory microbes, and overall, it compromises the gut barrier. According to research published in the National Institutes of Health database, this chain reaction that we're talking about can influence conditions, and this ranges from irritable bowel syndrome to metabolic disorders. So really simply put, when your air in your home is not clean, your gut actually feels it. Here's the tricky part though. Indoor air is often more polluted than outdoor air. So according to the EPA, indoor air levels of pollutants can actually be 2 to 5 times higher than those found outdoors. And this is largely because those same contaminants accumulate in enclosed spaces with very limited ventilation. And while we can't control the outdoor air, we actually can transform the air inside our homes. And in doing so, we're actually protecting our internal health in very profound ways. So indoor air pollutants can come from countless everyday sources. You can think about off-gassing from furniture and flooring. It could be cooking emissions if you have a gas stove. And then synthetic fragrances. These can come from cleaning products, from your own personal products. And then there's moisture issues that lead to mold. There's also microscopic dust particles. These can carry heavy metals and pesticide residues, creating a constant source of invisible exposure. If you've ever felt unusually tired, experienced brain fog, or had digestive discomfort after being at home for long stretches, these subtle pollutants might be part of the reason why. The symptoms can be vague but very persistent. Think about inflammation, low energy, or even immune changes. These are all signs of a very overwhelmed system. So the goal is to create a living space that actively supports your body's detoxification and balance. So we're going to go through a few ways to get there. With these strategies, you can reach the root of the problem instead of just covering it up. A well-chosen air purifier can be one of the most powerful investments you make for your health, but not all purifiers are equal. So we want to look for a true HEPA filter that captures ultrafine particles. This is particulate matter that is 2.5 or even smaller. And we want an activated carbon filter. This will help absorb gases and VOCs. So with these two together, they will remove the contaminants most linked to inflammation and gut microbiome disruption. We want to avoid purifiers that rely only on ionization or ozone generation. These can actually produce secondary pollutants that can irritate your lungs and stress the body further. I prefer Medify Air for our house. I have done lots of research, and while a lot of these high quality brands are very similar, I feel like you get just more bang for the buck when you're looking at Medify. So to make the biggest difference, place your purifier where you spend the most time. Likely this is the bedroom or living area, and then run it continuously on a low or medium speed. Your gut is going to thank you. Are you a little unsure about where you even should be starting with a healthy house? Like, what are the first steps? After 10 plus years of hands-on experience, I know what those first steps are, and I know the steps to take that won't have you spending lots of money in the beginning, but will get you excited for all of the changes and all the potential that your house has. The truth is, creating a healthy house doesn't have to be really expensive. It doesn't have to be really complicated. You just have to know the exact steps to take. Anybody can check things off a list, and that's exactly what I'm here to help you do. My free ebook is an amazing resource to help you get started on getting toxins out of your house and creating healthier habits, and also planning for the future for some of those bigger changes. VOCs, or volatile organic compounds, are emitted from many building materials, paints, and sealants, and they're among the worst offenders for air-related health effects. These gases can actually linger for years after installation, and they slowly off-gas into your home's air. So one of the simplest but most overlooked steps is sealing VOC-emitting surfaces. For example, you could apply AFM Safe Coat Safe Seal to plywood or particle board furniture, and this will lock in the off-gassing. Another option is using Ecos air purifying paint. This can trap airborne toxins, converting them into harmless compounds. So even small updates like sealing the underside of cabinets or painting with non-toxic finishes, it can actually significantly reduce your exposure load. The key is to control the source before filtration is ever needed. This one surprises most people. The healthiest homes actually have diverse microbial communities, not sterile environments. Our home and indoor microbiome actually mirrors our own. And so exposure to beneficial bacteria in our homes may help maintain a resilient gut microbiome. Houseplants are actually a huge way to balance this. Studies have shown that certain species, such as maybe peace lilies or pothos or spider plants, can reduce VOC concentrations while subtly enriching the indoor microbial mix. But even more effective is controlled outdoor air exchanges. So briefly opening windows during clean air days allows natural microbes to repopulate indoor air. There's also another overlooked factor, and this is avoid over-sanitization. Many modern cleaners and disinfectants destroy both harmful and beneficial microbes. This leaves behind a microbiologically flat environment that may impact your body's microbial diversity. Your indoor humidity levels influence far more than just your comfort. They also affect air chemistry and microbial growth. So when humidity rises above 55%, mold spores and dust mites thrive. They release inflammatory particles and mycotoxins. And when it drops below 35%, maybe 30%, the air can become too dry, irritating the respiratory system and allowing dust and VOCs to remain airborne for longer. So that sweet spot is really between 35 and 40%. This is where both air and body stay balanced. So you can use a hygrometer to track humidity and a dehumidifier, or if you need to adjust the other direction, a humidifier. You can put these in bathrooms, kitchens, and basements where these are especially areas that can benefit from that added ventilation and dehumidification process. Installing a heat recovery ventilator or an energy recovery ventilator, a lot of times these are called HRVs or ERVs, can bring in filtered outdoor air all year long. So this is a major upgrade, but a very good upgrade for tightly sealed homes. Cleaning products might be your home's most consistent source of airborne toxins if you don't have it under control. Synthetic fragrances, chlorine bleach, and other compounds are known to release reactive gases and reduce beneficial microbes in both the air and on your skin. So switching to a botanical or vinegar-based cleaner is actually a really powerful step. You also want to consider how you clean. Microfiber cloths that attract dust electrostatically can capture pollutants without spreading them around, and a HEPA vacuum can help remove fine particles before they settle back into the air currents. Even your laundry products make a huge difference, so opt for fragrance-free detergents, something that is plant-based and verified by EWG, and I would skip fabric softeners altogether. The VOC output can be significant, especially in small laundry rooms, and then you have to think about how it's sitting on your skin all day long. Finally, your shoes are one of the biggest carriers of toxins in your home. Pesticide residue, lead dust, bacteria, they can all hitch a ride on shoe soles and become part of your household dust, which you then breathe in every single day. So create a shoe-free policy indoors. It's a simple but powerful intervention. You want to keep washable rugs at all entrances and provide indoor slippers or socks and vacuum entryways often. You will dramatically reduce your home's exposure to outdoor contaminants and then lower the overall load on your immune system and your gut. Each of these changes might seem small, but if you put them all together, they reduce your daily exposure burden. And when you breathe cleaner air, your body can redirect energy away from constant detoxification and toward healing and balance. A stable gut microbiome supports your immune system, it moderates inflammation, and it improves nutrient absorption. These are all ways you can influence your body's resilience to toxins. So over time, this shows up as clearer thinking, steadier energy, and a stronger sense of well-being. And this is why I always tell my clients that a healthy home is one of the most foundational forms of self-care. You're not just changing your environment, you're changing the way that your body functions inside of it. So if you're ready to take this further and want help identifying the hidden air quality issues in your home, I offer one-on-one consultations designed to uncover your home's biggest health stressors and create a clear step-by-step plan to reduce them. As a certified building biology practitioner and a healthy home expert, I'll help you interpret what your space is telling you, from hidden VOC sources to moisture patterns and filtration needs, and show you exactly how to transform your home into an environment that supports your gut and your immune system. As always, thank you so much for being here. I hope you can take at least one idea from this week's video and apply it to your own home and space. If you found this video helpful, definitely give it a like and be sure to subscribe to my channel because I'm here every single week with new tips and new ideas on how to create a space that actually supports your health and wellness instead of burdening it down.